Welcome to Gazelles Softball on Yankton, streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. This broadcast is made possible by the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, Linda's Angel Crossing, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Vichet, Elwood Dental, Floortech Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Anytime Fitness, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Triple Time Rudy's, Meridian Photo, Graham Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, H&H Roofing, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Wall of Fame, and Raven Books. Now, for the Anytime Fitness pregame show with the voice of Yankton Athletics, Zach Spear.
Play ball! Yankton Gazelles and Vermillion Tanagers softball is live and presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. In Yankton at Saratoga Park, it's time for one of the most fun games of the year. The Yankton Gazelles hosting the Vermillion Tanagers, a friendly rivalry from 2 towns nearby. And, of course, our station covers both Yankton and Vermillion, so either myself or Parker Orr, who covers the Tanagers at our station, will have bragging rights after tonight's game. Entering this game, the Gazelles are 4-8 and coming off of a couple games on Friday that they split against Dakota Valley and Sioux Falls Christian. For the Tanagers, currently 5-4, having won 4 of their last 5, but crazy enough, this is now their 6th game in 5 days. We'll see if that has any impact on this one. Here's how the numbers compare this year. Yankton on offense putting up just over 8 runs per game compared to Vermillion's 9.2. And for defense, Yankton allows just shy of 10 runs per game, Vermillion giving up 7.5. Against teams 500 or better, Yankton 0-7 on the season, but they're 4-1 against teams under 500. For the Tanagers, 2-3 against teams that are 500 or better, 3-1 against teams under 500. Numbers are close, but they do favor the Tanagers as they score 1 more run per game and give up a couple less each game. Of course, there is the class difference to note, but this is now Yankton's 3rd game in a row against a Class A team. For Vermillion, I think stamina and arms are going to play a part. 6 games in 5 days is no easy task, especially on a pitcher. Yankton, though, did have 2 games just this Friday, so they're not exactly well-rested either, but it should be a fun one. It always is. Might even see extra innings, as twice in the last 3 years this matchup has been a 1-run difference, and why should it be any different this time around? Sun not quite shining here at Saratoga Park. We've got light rain, and hopefully it's just going to keep off enough where we can continue our broadcast. Seems like in about 25-ish minutes it should be all wrapped up. Here in Yankton, did get a chance to talk with both head coaches ahead of this matchup. It's Lewis Budmeyer for the Tanagers, and as always, Coach Muth for the Gazelles when we return that chat with Budmeyer of the visiting Tanagers.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
At Anytime Fitness Yankton, your fitness journey starts with 1 step, and Anytime Fitness will be with you every step of the way. Open 24 hours a day with top-of-the-line equipment and guidance you need to reach your goals. Plus, your membership gives you access to every Anytime Fitness gym anywhere. No matter your goals, no matter the time, you belong at Anytime Fitness Yankton. Located at 2509 Fox Run Parkway. Start today at Anytime Fitness, where your fitness journey never stops.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area, guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotz. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
On our Coaches Conversations, it's head coach Louis Budmeyer of the Vermillion Tanagers. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good, Zach. How are you?
Doing good, looking forward to a good softball game. And could you tell me about the year that you and your team have had?
Yeah, so early on this year, we have a really young group coming into this season. It's tough to replace Maya Halverson, Madigan. We had a solid senior class last year, and we had a lot of new faces this year in the lineup, not new faces in the field. So that's always an exciting thing as well, but it's tough to replace the girls, an all-state player with Maya, and then Madigan, awesome player. Both of them are playing college softball now, so it was kind of a quest we had to set out to try and replace those two. And a lot of times those situations, you can't replace those like with one player. It's kind of by a committee and as a team. So early on this year has been a lot of learning curves for us. We're super young. Started out the season with a tough loss to a solid EPJ team. We ended up starting the season 1-4. And then the crazy part of our early on this season is we had the ultimate weather bug that just could not let us get a game rhythm, could not get games in. So like preseason to our first game, we had 14 days, and then we had a 16-day stretch between our first and second game. So it's just kind of hard to kind of get in that game rhythm. And with a young team like we have, the best experience we need is just playing games. So a month and a half into our season, we played 4 games, and then now with our game today against a really good Yankton team, that'll cap off 6 games in 5 days for us. So exciting times now. We're finally getting in a game rhythm. We started out 1-4. Fortunate enough, we've been playing some pretty decent softball as of late, and we've won 4 of our last 5. So hopefully keep that going today against a solid Yankton team.
And when your team is playing well, what is it that they do best?
It all starts on the defensive end. I'm a very defensive-minded coach. I want to pitch well, and I want to play defense. I want to play fundamentally sound defense, make them earn runs, make them earn hits. Dylan Wagner's done an awesome job this year for us. She's an 8th grader trying to take the reins from Maya after the run Maya went on last year. That's tough to replace of what she did, and I've been super impressed with Dylan. She's early on in the year kind of was struggling to find the strike zone. She's kind of hit a rhythm as of late. A lot of that's just due to confidence, I think, of just getting that varsity game experience. Coming into the year, she pitched 1 game last year as a 7th grader for us, but prior to that, she hasn't pitched in varsity softball. She was our starting shortstop last year as a 7th grader, so she's been doing a really good job in the circle. Kara Chapman's come in and pitched well as well. So when we're playing very sound defensively and just having good quality at bats, that's a good recipe for us.
And coming up, you take on the Gazelles. What are your thoughts on this one?
One thing about Yankton, it's a fun rivalry between the two of us. A couple of our girls have played over in club teams over in Yankton, so they play together. Coach Muth, she does a phenomenal job with them. They're always a very sound team. They don't make a lot of mistakes. I think they're very, very, very well coached. What little bit I know of them this year, they lost a few seniors last year, so they're a pretty young team. I think kind of very similar both to what we're in as well. So it's always a fun battle between us two. So you go back, this is my 3rd year as the head coach. My first year, we lost an extra inning game by 1 at their place in Yankton. Last year, we won a one-run game here in Vermillion, and I expect nothing but the same. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. It's going to come down the wire and just see who can make plays late in the game to go win a game.
And I know you had mentioned Wagner and Chapman already. Who are some of the players on your team we should expect to see making plays?
So top of our lineup will be Allie Peterson. She'll be playing in the outfield for us as well. She's a high-average girl, does a really good job. She's really good at working the count and getting long at bats, and that's exactly what you want from your leadoff hitter. Quinn Christensen, our starting shortstop, she actually started in the outfield all last year for us as an eighth grader, so she comes with quite a bit of experience, only being a freshman. Does a really good job in the field. She had that Swiss Army knife in the box. She can hit for power, she can hit for average, and she's got a lot of speed on the base pass. Dill will be our best overall player and our best hitter right now, and she's doing a really good job. She can do about anything in the box you ask her to. She can lay down a bunt, she can flap, she can swing for power. Dill is doing a really good job there. And then kind of our two cleanup spots, Izzy Richardson and then Kara Chapman, both are very good, doing a good job in the box and can hit for power, but also just do a great job just putting the ball in play. So, yeah, across the board, all of our girls find a way to contribute, and that's what you love to see as a coach.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time. We'll see you in Yankton shortly.
Absolutely. Thanks, Zach.
Again, that was head coach Lewis Budmeyer of the Vermillion Tanagers on our Coaches Conversations. Coming up, our chat with Gazelles head coach Jill Muth here on Yankton Streaming on YouTube.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
Craving something boss level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
Back on our Coaches Conversations, chatting with head coach Jill Muth of the Gazelles. Coach, your team had a couple games on Friday between Dakota Valley and Sioux Falls Christian. Could you tell me about the day you and the team had?
Yeah, we knew Dakota Valley coming in was going to be a good team, and they're a team that's aggressive and forces the issue and likes to bunt and move the ball and try to take an extra base. And, there was just one inning where we weren't real crisp on defense, and, things got away from us and, just put the game just a little bit out of reach. But, that was a good team that we were playing. And then Sioux Falls Christian, we had never played them before, so it was fun to get to see somebody new. And, we jumped out to a nice lead, and then we had, again, another one tough inning. But we did enough to score some more runs and come out with a win. So it was nice to salvage, a split on the day.
And a few players we hadn't seen on the field at the varsity level made appearances, including Brooke Devine, Jordan Kudera, Hannah Chrisman, and certainly give a shout-out if I missed one. What did you see from them?
Yeah, absolutely. Brenna Elwood, I'm going to throw her name out there, too, because she came out, and, well, I guess we'd seen her already, but she played the field, so she ended up starting for us at third base. But, yeah, we got out to that 10-0 lead, and I just kind of wanted to give some girls a chance to get in at bat at the varsity level, and just that's kind of how it goes, as you have younger kids, you want to just give them some opportunities so when their time comes, it's, they've got a little bit of experience under their belt. But, they did a nice job. Brooke threw a walk, and Jordan got in at bat. And I know she didn't get a hit, but, she's been hitting so good for us at the JV level. So it's, it was nice to reward her with that opportunity. And Brenna did a great job at third base and then came in and ended up closing the game out pitching for us. But she I think she went 2 for 3. Is that correct? Yeah, she had a triple off the wall out there in center up to the 240 mark, I think, and it hit the bottom of the wall. Would have been a home run in Yankton by 30 feet probably. And then she had later in the game when it was cut to 10-8, we had 2 girls on, and she got a big hit for us too to drive in 2 runs. So she did a nice job for us. I think she had at least 2 hits in that varsity game. So yeah, it was fun to see her have that opportunity and take advantage of it. So. And then, use that to carry into what we got going on this week.
And now you host the Vermillion Tanagers. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's going to be fun to go play that close rival. And we've had, good battles over the last couple of years. And it's going to be fun to have a nice day here where we can go out and play a little bit of softball and see if we can come out with another win.
Well, as always, appreciate the time, and we'll talk after the game.
All right, sounds good, Zach. Thank you for your coverage.
Again, that was head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles on our Coaches Conversations. Coming up, the Gazelles host Vermillion on Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road and is waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
I knew I should have had those brakes checked at Graham Tire. It's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton.
And back to the field here to continue our Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. Anytime Fitness of Yankton, let's make healthy happen. For the Gazelles, last in action last Friday, where they had two games against Dakota Valley and Sioux Falls Christian. They fell to Dakota Valley and then defeated Sioux Falls Christian. Your final stats in that last game against the Chargers, as they won 16-8. Callie Koletsky at the plate went 1 for 3 with a single. Brooke Devine was walked in her one plate appearance. Ava Gerard went 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs. Olivia Puck went 1 for 2, hit a double with 2 RBIs. Jocelyn Burns had a great day at the plate, going 3 for 5 with 2 singles and a double. Brooklyn King continued her streak of hits, going 1 for 4 with a single, 1 RBI, and a walk. Madison Musfelt went 2 for 5 with 2 singles and an RBI. Isabel Sheldon was 1 for 2 with a single. We saw September Au go 2 for 3 with a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs. Brenna Elwood went 2 for 4 at the plate with a single, triple, and 2 RBIs. Jordan Cooter went 0 for 1 at the plate, but did put the ball in play in her first varsity action at bat. Reese Gary went 0 for 4 at the plate, but did get an RBI. Keely Mosier was 0 for 1, and Eliza Gurney was 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. As a team at the plate, Yankton went 14 for 40 with 13 RBIs hit, 3 walks, and only 4 strikeouts at the plate. 4 strikeouts, I mean, that's about once every other inning. You're going to win a lot of ball games playing that well. They put up 16 runs, giving up 8 runs in the field with 4 errors. In that one, Reese Gary started in the circle, pitching 3 1/3 inning, when giving up 4 hits. That led to 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. For Brenna Elwood, she went 3 2/3 innings and gave up 9 hits with 5 runs. 3 of those were earned, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Coming up here, as we're a little bit early, as the JV game didn't take very long to wrap things up, as the Yankton Gazelles JV team took home a victory here at Sartoma Park. Coming up now, varsity action between the Gazelles and the Tanagers, and we're probably looking towards first pitch somewhere a little after 5:30, as we'll have our starting lineups on the field. We'll have our national anthem and more on the way, and our starting lineups, of course, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermillion when we do get to those. As we did have one replay from last Friday, and that is going to now be shown here, as all replays during games are brought to you by Yankton Winnelson. And in that play, it was a great effort by Jocelyn Burns. Just read the hit well off the bat, made the catch, and then threw it over to third for a double play. And that was our replay from this last Friday. If we have any replays here, again, they will be brought to you by Yankton Winnelson. We'll step aside for just one more moment, and when we return, we should have our starting lineups, national anthem, and first pitch here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand-patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
And back to the field here, as it is just about time for your starting lineups as we'll wrap up our Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. The Gazelles hosting the Vermillion Tanagers here at Yankton's Sartoma Park. And, well, we're a little closer to the speaker here today, so when we get to those starting lineups, we'll let them take care of it on the field here. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermillion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling. Anytime, any day. The Vermillion Tanagers in black jerseys, red pants, jerseys trimmed out in white and red, and then for the Gazelles in red jerseys, black pants, and jerseys trimmed out in white. And here now are your starting lineups on the field, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermillion.
From Vermillion. Leading off, number 14, freshman left fielder, Allie Peterson. Batting second, number 7, freshman shortstop, Quinn Christensen. Batting third, number 12, 8th grader, pitching, Dylan Wagner. Cleaning up, number 17, freshman third baseman, Kara Chapman. Batting fifth, number 4, sophomore center fielder, Izzy Richardson. Batting sixth, number 20, junior first baseman, Jenna Peterson. Batting seventh, number 1, freshman right fielder, Piper O'Connor. Batting eighth, number 29, senior catcher, Madeline Eisenbeis. And batting ninth, sophomore second baseman, Chloe Bottleson. The Tanagers are coached by Louis Budmeyer, Kaylee Olson, Tara Orrin, and Christian Moser. And now for the starting lineup for your Yankton Gazelles. Leading off, number 3, sophomore center fielder, Kelly Koletsky. Batting second, junior left fielder, number 8, Ava Gerard. Batting third, number 2, junior shortstop, Jocelyn Burns. Cleaning up for the Gazelles, number 6, junior second baseman, Brooklyn King. Batting fifth, number 12, sophomore right fielder, September Rao. Batting sixth, number 1, senior first baseman, Madison Musfeld. Batting seventh, number 10, sophomore Isabel Sheldon. Batting eighth, number 29, and pitching for your Gazelles, sophomore Reese Gary. Batting ninth, number 9, junior third baseman Olivia Puck. And playing catcher for your Gazelles, number 11, sophomore Hannah Chrisman. The Gazelles are coached by Jill Muth, Amanda Blaha, and Crystal Cooley. To honor America, please stand, remove your caps or hats, and place your right hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. The flag is located behind the home plate bleachers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart
Let's play ball.
Again, those were your starting lineups and national anthem here at the field at Sertoma Park as we are moments away from game time. The Yankton Gazelles hosting the Vermillion Tanagers. It's a rivalry that's sure to bring a fun game every single time as the Tanagers will be at the plate first and Gazelles in the field to start this one as it is about game time. First pitch was originally set for 6 o'clock. We're probably looking around 5:35 here on the field as we step aside for the final time before game time. When we return, leading things off, Allie Peterson of the Tanagers.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
And back to the field, it is officially game time as the Tanagers at the plate in their black jerseys with red pants, and the Gazelles in the field, red jerseys, black pants. Similar colors for teams, just flipped on the jerseys and the pants as Allie Peterson leads things off here. She'll work against Reese Gary in the circle here for Yankton. And first pitch comes in and misses, ball one. Quinn Christensen on deck with Dylan Wagner in the hole. And that one, a slow dribbler. Burns has to sprint to pick it up and drops it out of her glove. Vermillion's going to have a base runner here to open up our game. So Peterson, reaches off the air. And Yankton now deals with a base runner. Quinn Christensen, the shortstop, now has a runner to work with as that first pitch in the turf blocked forward by Hannah Chrisman, who is doing the catching here tonight for the Gazelles.
Let's go, Reese. Fire it in there.
1-0 your count here as that one comes across high, ball two. Allie Peterson on first, Quinn Christensen at the plate, and Dylan Wagner awaits on deck. 2-0 the count with no outs as that one hit high up and it's drifting further. It'll go out of play as that one originally looked like it was going to be near shortstop. Wind got a hold of that one, pushed it straight out of here. Next pitch, and this one again hit up and out of play. Foul ball. So 2-2 the count here. Gary has worked back in it against Quinn Christensen as Yankton looks for their first out in the field here of the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, a runner on first. Quinn Christensen's gotten a hold of the last 2, now looking to put one in fair territory. Gary winds up, fires it in, and that one hits Christensen, and 2 runners for Vermillion.
Now batting, number 12, Dylan Wagner.
So Dylan Wagner at the plate. She's got 2 runners to work with and no outs. Wagner, a player who received high praise from head coach Lewis Budmeyer. Said she has been hitting very well as of late and tries putting down a bunt as she jabs at it. It's fouled off, 0-1 your count. Wind continues to blow here on the field as we get a few drops of rain every now and then. 0-1 the count. And that one lined into left field. It's going to drop its extra bases, and the Tanagers are going to score 2 from it. Heading for third now is Wagner. She'll reach a 2 RBI triple, and Vermillion's on the board first. Allie Peterson and Quinn Christensen come all the way around to score 2, and Dylan Wagner now on third. First base hit of the game, and it's a good one for the Tanagers, and it brings up Kara Chapman to the plate. Chapman lofts this one high up, and it's near the shortstop area. Burns calls off the rest and pulls it in for out number 1. And Izzy Richardson now batting for Vermillion. So the Tanagers starting this season a little rocky, 1-3 as coach said, but then winning 4 of their last 5 to give themselves a winning record. And another one hit high up in the air. Hannah Chrisman a chance at it, pulls it in for out 2. So after 2 runs come across quick, 2 pitches later, we've got 2 outs. Jenna Peterson now at the plate here. Has a runner on third, 2 outs she faces. She'll be at first base when the Tanagers are in the field. On third is Dylan Wagner after her triple. Off-speed pitch from Reese Gary sent in for strike 1. Oh, 1 your count here. As Gary sends in the next one. Low and outside, ball 1. Peterson awaits the next pitch. A 1-1 count she faces, hits it up, and into left field it drops. A base hit and an RBI single for the senior. Vermillion extends their lead to 3.
Now batting, number 1, Piper O'Connor.
And a very good start here at the plates for the Tanagers. A couple of base hits and a few runs with Piper O'Connor now standing in at the plate. O'Connor, the right fielder for the Tanagers. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1-0 your count here for O'Connor, her first time at the plate. A swing and a miss, that one again low, but it will be good for a strike. Again, Hannah Chrisman stepping in as Kyra Churchman, the usual catcher for Yankton, and she was questionable entering today's game and is listed as a reserve, so we'll see a swing and a miss there off the bat from O'Connor. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Reese Gary looking to close the inning, sends that one high, ball 2. 2-2 your count with a couple of outs. The 2-2 pitch now from Gary. Sends it in, it's fouled off, and O'Connor will see at least one more as Madeline Eisenbeis awaits on deck. Apologize, I called Jenna Peterson a junior. She is actually, or a senior. She is actually a junior on the team. So Vermillion will look to bring her back next year. That one up and count now full for Piper O'Connor. Yankton looking to get out of this inning and keep it at just 3. The payoff pitch, a swing and a miss. Gary gets a strikeout, and that will wrap up the top half of the first inning. O'Connor goes down swinging. For the Tanagers on the field, 3 runs off of 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. As that sends it now to the bottom half of the first inning, and the Gazelles at the plate for the first time. They'll work against Dylan Wagner, who will be throwing in the circle for the Tanagers, and Madeline Eisenbeis makes up the second half of that battery. Coming up here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Raven Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Raven Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Raven Books, where every book finds a home.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
Bottom of the first inning of action. It is 3-0 Tanagers leading the Yankton Gazelles. Our Fox Stop scoreboard reads as the Fox Stop at the corner of West City Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton, a full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizzas, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages. Pay at the pump gas and diesel fuel, firewood, and propane exchange. Leading off this set for the Gazelles will be Callie Koletsky as she sits on a called strike one. Ava Gerard on deck with Jocelyn Burns in the hole. The 0-1, and that one lofted up, hit out of play, and Koletsky now finds herself down 0-2 in the count. Will have to protect the plate. In this one, Tanagers looking to keep a winning record. Gazelles looking to string 2 wins in a row. 0-2 now. Koletsky faces against Dylan Wagner in the circle for the Tanagers. Did she hang off? They'll say no go, and it is ball 1. And now they'll change it. So the umpire over to first will say Koletsky went for it, and that will be a strikeout, bringing up Ava Gerard to the plate.
Stepping in, number 8, Ava Gerard.
The home plate umpire initially called that safe and then looked towards first where it was overturned. At the plate now is Ava Gerard. Faces 1 out, no runners on. Jocelyn Burns on deck. That one finds a zone, 1-1. And Yankton kind of throughout the whole season, they're batting from the first time around to the second time. It's kind of unbelievable how much better it gets, it seems, in that second time around. As that one comes in high, 2-1 the count. But it just seems like that first time around, it's a little bit of a struggle. But that second time, they start hitting it and putting that ball in play. That pitch misses, but not by much. Ball 3 as it was just inside, I believe, 3-1. Dylan Wagner trying to avoid putting a runner on first here. As Gerard, a hard-hit grounder, makes its way to right field, and that's the Gazelles' first base hit of the game. And Jocelyn Burns will step up to the plate with a runner on.
Stepping in for your Gazelles, number 2, Jocelyn Burns.
So Gerard over to first with a single to get the hitting started for Yankton, and Jocelyn Burns at the plate. Brooklyn King, the cleanup hitter for Yankton, awaits on deck as the Gazelles look to earn some of those runs back they gave up to the Tanagers in the top half of the inning. First one low and inside. Eisenbeis behind home plate does a nice job keeping it in front and keeping the runner put. Burns gets a piece of that one, puts it into shallow center field where it's going to drop back-to-back base hits here for Yankton. Jocelyn Burns has been hot at the plate lately and keeps it rolling with a single here, and Brooklyn King with a couple of base runners now and an opportunity for Yankton with just 1 out. As I was just saying about the first time through the lineup, looks like they're hitting pretty solid to me. King at the plate. September Rao waits on deck. That one comes across high. And King had a very good stretch. She had 3 games in a row where she combined for 7 base hits. Each game with 2 or more hits. And now she's got another one. Right back to right field it goes. Koletsky's going to take off for 4, and she's going to reach safely. Now taking off for second is King. It's an RBI single. Yankton's on the board. So the bats are rolling as Gerard comes around to put up a score for Yankton. Burns over to third. Brooklyn King with a single, but ends up on second. And September Rao now at the plate. Her last time around, she went 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. Yankton could certainly use one of those now. That one launched hard and deep into left field, but it's going to go foul. That one was about 25, 30 feet beyond the fence. That was a no-doubter off the bat. Unfortunately, went foul. And now you got to be careful. One time in my entire baseball career did I hit a foul ball home run. And, of course, what did I do to follow it up? I struck out. 0-1 the count here, September Rao. Looking to repeat that, but put it fair. Has 2 runners on. Sits on the next pitch. It's low, ball 1. Rao at the plate. Madison Musfelt, the senior, on deck, and Isabel Sheldon in the hole. Yankton's gotten back one of the runs they gave up. Looking for a couple more here. As Rao, a big swing at that one, just misses. 1-2 now the count. Now down in the count, Dylan Wagner looking for strikeout number 2 as she put away Koletsky. And September Rao, no swing there. Makes it 2-2. Swing one was a little high. We'll see how this one plays out with the 2-2 count. As it comes inside, count now full for Rao. A payoff pitch coming up here for Dylan Wagner. A walk would load the bases with 1 out. The 3-2, it comes in, a swing and a miss, and Wagner gets strikeout number 2. Now Madison Musfeld at the plate, an opportunity to add on to her RBI total. Had 2 base hits in her last game. Runners on second and third, 2 out she faces now. Sits on the first pitch. It's inside, ball 1. On deck is the designated player in Isabel Sheldon. And that one finds the zone. 1-1 the count. Appreciate you tuning in here tonight. I'm Zach Spear on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. Our station, of course, covers both Yankton and Vermillion athletics. Parker Orr usually on the call for Vermillion. And with the game being in Yankton, decide to have it on Yankton as we flip-flop back and forth who gets to cover it. And now called strike 2 as Musfelt now faces a 1-2 count. Another scoring opportunity here, but Yankton's going to need a base hit. Musfelt fouls that one off, stays in there. Wagner has thrown well here for the Tanagers, throwing lots of strikes and forcing Yankton to earn it. The 2 outs were at her hand, and now she's up 1-2 in the count, and she'll strike out her third and the final out of our first inning of action. Yankton puts up 1 run off of 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base as we enter the second inning of action. The Tanagers with an early 3-1 lead. Again, it's always a good one when these 2 teams face off. When we return, Vermillion at the plate leading things off will be Madeline Eisenbeis. Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
And as we return, Madeline Eisenbeis at the plate to open this inning. Chloe Bottleson on deck and Allie Peterson in the hole. Eisenbein sat on a called strike one here as we open up the top half of the second. That one high for a ball. 1-1 the count, no swing for Madeline as Reese Gary pitching for Yankton. Next one bounces in for a ball. 2-1 your count here. As that one sent outside as Gary now facing a 3-1 count against Madeline Eisenbeis. Bottleson timing up in the on-deck circle for the Tanagers. The 3-1 pitch comes in and a grounder over to third off of the glove, and error number 2 for Yankton in the game. Another base runner for the Tanagers here early on in the inning.
Stepping in, number 9, Chloe Bottleson.
Chloe Bottleson now at the plate here has a runner on first, no out she faces.
Running for the Tanagers, number 2, Claire Dreesen.
As Olivia Puck at third, I believe the first time we've seen her at third this year. We saw Brenna Elwood there on Friday. It's been one of those positions we've seen a handful of names. Chloe Bottleson now at the plate, lays down a bunt right ahead. Gary picks it up, sends it over to first. They'll get the out, and the runner will advance. So Bottleson does her job, and now 1 out with a runner on second for the top of the Tanagers lineup in Allie Peterson. Peterson had the slow dribbler up to short that was bobbled, reached on an error in the first inning. Depends on how you are as far as stat keeping. If you called a base hitter an error, I can certainly be a stickler at times, as she no swings on a strike one. Quinn Christensen waits on deck. And the Tanagers looking for their first base hit here of the second inning. Gary puts it in off speed, and it's good for strike two, and threw Peterson just a little bit off of her rhythm there. 0-2, Gary leads in this count. Winds up and fires it in, and it's rung up for strike 3 and out number 2. Reese Gary with her second strikeout of the game, and now Quinn Christensen at the plate. 2 outs she faces, and a runner on second. Those strikeouts are so valuable when you've got base runners on. A hard hit liner. It's going to be fair and knocked down by Olivia Puck. That will count as a base hit. And now a 1-3 situation for the Tanagers, and Dylan Wagner at the plate, who launched it into left center earlier in the game. I would say that's probably the hitter Yankton doesn't want to see right now, as Wagner at the plate, Kara Chapman on deck, who is their cleanup hitter. In the left-handed side of the batter's box, runner will take off for second. We get a throw down to third, and runners will be safe as Christensen takes second safely. First pitch was in for ball 1. The count, make it 2-0. And just some light raindrops here on the field as well. Of course, it said it wasn't going to rain today, and then hit about 4:30, and it said rain likely at 5. Should end by 5:15, and here we are around 6 as that one off of her bat over to Puck at third. She'll make the catch, and that is out number 3 for the Tanagers. No runs scored off of 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. That will wrap up the top of the second inning there. And the Gazelles back to the plate when we return. It'll be their 7, 8, 9 hitters with Isabel Sheldon, Reese Gary, and Olivia Puck when we return on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian district of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve it.
Back to the field, bottom of the second inning. Our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard reads 3-1, favoring the Tanagers, but the Gazelles back at the plate, an opportunity to narrow that gap, and leading things off will be Isabel Sheldon with Reese Gary on deck and Olivia Puck in the hole. The 7, 8, 9 hitters in the lineup for Yankton and looking to get some base runners here. Sheldon facing Wagner for the first time, who sends it inside, ball one. And Dylan Wagner for the Tanagers, an 8th grader, and she's the starting pitcher and third hitter in the lineup. The 1-0 pitch, a swing and maybe a foul ball, sounded like she got a piece of it. Back into Eisenbei's glove, 1-1 the count. But Wagner, just an incredible player for the Tanagers and should be for the next coming years. Sheldon, a swing and a miss there to make it 1-2 now the count. One and two. Wagner winds up, sends it home, and Sheldon will foul it off towards the Tanagers dugout. Stays in there and forces Wagner to throw another one. The next one, 1-2. Sheldon again fouls it off. This time it's out of play to the other side of the field. So we stay at 1-2 on the count. Sheldon fighting in there in the batter's box, working against Dylan Wagner. The off-speed pitch, same spot, and we'll get another 1-2 pitch. An update on the rain. Rain ending around 7:15 now, it says. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no runners, and no outs. It's the leadoff hitter, Isabel Sheldon, working against Dylan Wagner. A few foul balls in a row, and that one just barely missing. As Sheldon, no swing there, gets a called ball 2. Now a 2-2 count. As Sheldon once again fouls it off. She's just hanging in there and making things tough on Dylan Wagner. And you got to think now, you force her to throw a lot of pitches. She's already probably a little tired more than normal just because this is the Tanagers' 6th game in 5 days. Another 2-2 pitch coming up here from Wagner as Sheldon fouls it out of play. Only so many ways to say that one. Sheldon just fighting in the box here. Wagner just keeps throwing strikes. 2-2 your count. The windup and the next one is Sheldon. Hits it up and fouls it off, as nearly making the grab from shortstop was Quinn Christensen. Maybe got the end of her glove to touch it, but about half a step behind, and we stay the same at 2-2 for Sheldon. Wagner sends it in. It's high, ball 3. That's what fouling it off will do with 2 strikes. Wagner's done a great job of just continuing to fire strikes, but Sheldon has fouled off a good number of pitches already. Payoff pitches. That one's hit up and towards the first base sideline. It drops fair, and Sheldon's got a base hit. What an at-bat for Isabel Sheldon of the Gazelles. Reaches first off the single, and it brings up Reese Gary, who works with a base runner now and no outs. Gary at the plate, Olivia Puck on deck, and in the hole, the top of the lineup for the Gazelles in Callie Koletsky. A fresh count here and a pitcher's duel between Wagner and Gary as Gary tries putting down a bunt. It's fouled back 0-1. Your count. No outs and a runner on first for Gary. Wagner sends it home again. This time it's low. Sheldon getting a big enough lead off of first. Eisenbei's keeping a close eye on her. The 1-1 comes in, and Gary lofts it up. It's going to stay in the infield, and it's caught at second. Sheldon retreats back to first, as that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the second, bringing up Olivia Puck to the plate. So Gary flies out at second. And Puck, the first at bat for her in the game, and Callie Koletsky awaits on deck. That one just a hair inside, 1-0 the count. Wagner still has yet to walk a batter, but now faces a 2-0 count here. Has no swing yet from Puck. 3-1 your score. Vermillion, the advantage early on. Puck sits on that one, but this time it's good for a strike. The 2-1 count here. Olivia Puck, the 9th hitter in the Gazelles lineup. She's played at third here and will dribble it over to first off of the glove of Peterson, but gets the throw over to first in time. And that will advance the runner, but now 2 outs here for this Yankton squad.
Number 3, Callie Koletsky.
Callie Koletsky now, she has seen Wagner in the circle. Her second opportunity at the plate. Koletsky gets a good piece of that one, sent deep into left field, but fouled again. That is the second time a Gazelle has sent it over the left field fence, but foul. They're clearly hitting it well. Just need to straighten that out. So Koletsky steps back into the box with Ava Gerard on deck. 0-1 the count she faces. Has Isabel Sheldon on second. The off-speed from Wagner comes across high. The 1-1, high as well, ball 2. So Koletsky here, looking for her first base hit of the game, 0-for-1 to start this one. The leadoff hitter for Yankton has a runner on second, and now faces a 3-1 count as Wagner, 1 pitch away from her first walk of the game. 3-1 the count, favoring the batter. The pitch comes in, and it's inside. Koletsky will take it with a walk. Brings up Jocelyn Burns to the plate, or Ava Gerard, excuse me. Sheldon remains on second. Callie Koletsky on first with a walk, and Ava Gerard at the plate. She is 1-for-1 in the game, looking for another base hit here as we do get some sunshine on the field. Fresh count here. Dylan Wagner continues firing away. Gerard gets it. A slow dribbler over to shortstop, and the throw to second. An error to reach, and scoring off of it will be Isabel Sheldon. Yankton brings it back within 1. I apologize, I hit the home run graphic. It was not a home run. I was looking to add to their score. And that brings up now Jocelyn Burns to the plate with Brooklyn King on deck. Koletsky's now on second off of the error she reached, and Gerard reaches off the fielder's choice. And Burns sits on the first one. 0-1 the count. It's the first error in the field for the Tanagers, and it brings it into a 1-run difference. Burns, 1-for-1 in today's game, and gets a good piece of that one off of the glove. It's a base hit to left field. Yankton's going to tie this one up. Burns takes off for second. It's an RBI double, and we're knotted up at 3 apiece.
Now batting, number 6, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn King will step up to the plate, and an opportunity to score more here for Yankton as runners on second and third for the cleanup hitter of the lineup. First pitch is high for King. September Rao awaits on deck. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Yankton has tied this one up. The 1-0, King will foul off backwards, 1-1. So right now the bat's rolling for Yankton as they've got 5 base hits in 1 2/3 innings at the plate. The 1-1, King will foul off yet again, making it 1-2. The amount of fouled out of play here we've seen in just 2 innings from the Gazelles' bats. We've had enough for a whole game. 1-2 the count. Wagner looking to close out this inning, and Brooklyn King lines it up the middle, and she's going to score 2 for her squad, and she stands on first with an RBI single, a 2 RBI single that is. Yankton continues to roll at the plate as September Rao will now bat. Gerard and Burns both score off of that. Brooklyn King now 2 for 2 in the game. Yankton has put up 4 runs as September Rao works with a runner on first. 2 outs, swings and misses on the first one. Rao was the other hitter for Yankton who hit it over the fence, but fouled. Next one is high, ball 1. Evened up at 1-1 in the count. Madison Musfeld on deck and Isabel Sheldon in the hole as she opened this inning at the plate. Rao off the end of her bat. It's scooped up at shortstop and a nice throw over to first for out number 3. And that will wrap up our second inning of action as Rao grounds out. They'll put up 4 runs off of 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base as Yankton takes their first lead of the game, entering our 3rd inning of action. Tanagers at the plate when we return. Leading things off will be the cleanup hitter in Kara Chapman.
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Back to the field, it's Reese Gary in the circle for Yankton with Hannah Chrisman behind home plate. And leading off for the Tanagers, the third baseman, number 17, it's Kara Chapman. On deck is the center fielder, Izzy Richardson, and Jenna Peterson in the hole. Tanagers trail for the first time of the game here as they started out with a 3-0 lead after the first inning, but Yankton with a great second inning, putting up 4 runs to take the lead. Chapman looking for a base hit here as ball 1 comes across. Chapman flew out to shortstop earlier in the game. Looking to put it a little further and about the same spot, only a little more central in the infield, and caught by Brooklyn King at second, and that one looked like it nearly scored it out. Either way, it comes down for out number 1, and Izzy Richardson now at the plate for Vermillion. And that one sent outside. By the way, since we do cover both Yankton and Vermillion athletics at our station, it's always a fun time because, you know, you really do cheer for both teams to do well. As Richardson fouls off the next one. And then during our postgame, we'll have a chat with both head coach Louis Budmeyer as well as coach Jill Muth for the Gazelles and possibly a player. So it's going to be a pretty packed First Dakota National Bank postgame show on the way later tonight. 1-1 the count there. Richardson fouls off another one, making the count 1-2. Faces 1 out, no runners here, as she is just the second hitter of the inning for her team after the flyout from Chapman. 1-2 your count here. Gary sends it and a swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Reese Gary, who is firing extremely well to start this one. 3 strikeouts for her, no walks yet. Now Jenna Peterson at the plate here. She singled in her last at bat, looking to replicate that. Piper O'Connor awaits on deck for the Tanagers. Fresh count here for Peterson, and that one is in for a strike. And the 0-1 count, it's lined right back up and gets out to center field for a base hit. Jenna Peterson, 2 for 2 to start this game. Now, Jenna Peterson, the daughter of Chad Peterson, who has helped us with a lot of Vermillion Tanager games. You've probably heard him on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Chatted with him before this game. He said couldn't take it too hard on her. That one hit high up in the air. It's in right field, drifting to foul territory, and Rao will bring it in for out number 3 for the Tanagers. No runs off of 1 hit, no errors in the field, and 1 left on base. As it remains 5-3, Gazelles leading this one, entering the bottom of the 3rd. Leading off when we return is number 1, Madison Musfeld.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers 2 menus combined into 1. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
What does FloorTech do? When disaster strikes, water damage, mold growth, or fire cleanup, call the team you can trust. FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration. They respond fast to protect your home or business and restore it the right way with honesty, integrity, and top-notch service. Their crews proudly serve southeast South Dakota and northeast Nebraska, including Yankton, Mitchell, Norfolk, and Sioux Falls. For 24/7 emergency service, call 800-507-1822. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech or visit them at floortechrestoration.com.
And back to the field, Madison Musfeld leads off this bottom of the 3rd inning. No swing there, as I believe it was called for a ball. Musfeld looking to open the inning as a base runner as Isabel Sheldon waits on deck and Reese Gary in the hole. That one is in the zone. 1-1 now the count. Dylan Wagner pitching for the Tanagers. Behind home plate, Madeline Eisenbeis. And Musfeld got a piece of that one, fouls it off towards the first base side, and now faces a 1-2 count. Game that started about 25 minutes early here on the field. The 1-2 pitch from Wagner, a swing and a miss, and Wagner's got another strikeout. She's up to 3 now in the game. So with 1 out here, Isabel Sheldon will step up to the plate. Sheldon had a little blooper in her first at-bat that was just above the glove over at first and got a base hit off of it. She ended up scoring the start of that really good 2nd inning for the Gazelles. Well, nearly got a piece of her, 1-0 the count. Next one comes in low, ball 2. Sheldon at the plate, Reese Gary on deck, Olivia Puck in the hole. 2-0 the count here for Sheldon working against Dylan Wagner. That one fouled off and out of play it goes. Sheldon awaits the 2-1 here. It's sent in and hit high up, and Sheldon just continues with the foul balls. In her last at bat, it was, I want to say, 5 or 6 that she fouled off and just forced Dylan Wagner to continue firing strikes, who did keep throwing strikes, by the way. But Sheldon ended up putting one into fair play and got a base hit. We'll see how she manages here with a 2-2 count and if we've got another long at bat on the way. That one comes in high. Count is now full, 3-2. Wagner, the payoff pitch here, sends it home, and Sheldon, you probably guessed it, Fouls it out of play. Sheldon has just done a great job batting here today. Just fighting off pitch after pitch. Another 3-2 on the way here from Wagner. And that one's fouled out of here. That one hit a lot harder, and that one went a distance. 3-2 the count remains. We got to have a counter now on Sheldon's foul balls hit here. She might be near 10. Only her second at bat of the game. She's 1 for 1. Another 3-2. It's inside, ball for Sheldon. Will take over to first as she's reached yet again. Reese Gary now batting here for Yankton. As it's now become a beautiful night out here for softball. Not too hot, not too cold. And the rain seems to have left us as Reese Gary at the plate here. Flew out in the infield in her first at bat of the game. As that one high, ball 1. By the way, that was Wagner's second walk of the game. Had 1 in the second and now 1 in the third. 1-0, and Gary again hits it high up, and it's going to be caught over at second base for out number 2. So now 2 outs. The Gazelles face at the plate, and Olivia Puck will bat for Yankton. A runner on first, 2 outs she faces as she grounded out to first earlier in the game. That one in for a strike as the Tanagers try to prevent Yankton from scoring for the first time in an inning. Yankton put up 1 run in the first, 4 in the second. Vermillion, all 3 came in that first inning. Puck fouls it off, now faces an immediate 0-2 count. Oh, 2 your count here. Dylan Wagner working against Olivia Puck. 2 outs and a runner on first as that one in the turf. Puck will see another one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here and a couple outs. Now ball 2 as Puck tries to work her way back into this count. Deuces are wild. And on first yet is Isabel Sheldon. Callie Koletsky on deck for the Gazelles. The 2-2 from Wagner as she'll be rung up for strike 3. Wagner gets another strikeout. Her total up to 4 now in the game as Olivia Puck will go down looking. And it is still 5-3 here as no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on for Yankton in this one. Tanagers at the plate here to open up our 4th inning. When we return, it'll be Madeline Eisenbeis and Chloe Bottleson to open things up as the 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup for Vermillion.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single $1 chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
And at the plate here as we open up the top of the 4th, Madeline Eisenbeis, as she led off the 2nd inning as well, reached on an error. That one comes in high, ball 1. And a hard hit grounder scooped up by Puck. Can the throw make it? It's off of the turf, and an error Eisenbeis will reach off of again. Was a tough one at 3rd, scooped up well, but the throw just a little low, and Yankton commits their 3rd error of the night with Chloe Bottleson now batting here.
Running for the Tanagers, number 2, Claire Dreesen.
Claire Drayson will now run in place of Eisenbeis. Chloe Bottleson at the plate. Last time a sack bunt in the same exact situation. We'll see if she does it again. 1-0 the count she faces. The top of the Tanagers lineup, Allie Peterson awaits on deck. The 1-0 pitch, ball 2. And if the Tanagers can get 2 runners on with their 8-9 hitters and no outs, they'll feel awfully good with the top of their lineup at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes here. Gary looking for the zone here, and it's fouled off, making it 2-1. And Gary really has thrown a lot of strikes here early on. Two-1 the count now here for Chloe Bottleson. That one misses low and outside. 3-1 the count here. And a walk would grant 2 runners here for the Tanagers. The 3-1 count here, and it's in for a strike count, now full, and a big pitch coming up here from the hands of Reese Gary. The payoff pitch, it's in, and a line drive, and it's into right field. The throw to second, scooped up, and I believe they got her. No, they'll say safe. September Rao, a great heads-up play, launches it over to second. Jocelyn Burns scooped it up out of the turf, and that one was close, and Jill Muth is going to head out on the field and ask for them to convene between the umpires. And they will change the call out at second. And I was going to say I might have prematurely called it out. That is a base hit for Chloe Bottleson. Even though they got the base runner, it will still count as a hit, as there's no way she would have been thrown out. But Madeline Eisenbeis, well, Drayson running in place of Eisenbeis out at second. Allie Peterson now at the plate with 1 out and a runner on first. Takes a big cut, misses that one. And, you know, always big kudos to umpires who, they're not afraid to say, yeah, I made the wrong call, switch it up, and on with the game. As you know, it's a pretty thankless job getting to be an umpire. I feel like we've seen some good calling in the field so far here tonight. 1-1 the count here for Allie Peterson. 0 for 2 has reached on an error, also struck out in the second. Looking for her first base hit as Quinn Christensen awaits on deck. And that one gets through. She does have her first base hit here. Runners on first and second as the Tanagers have something rolling on offense. Back-to-back hits for the Vermillion Bats. And Yankton now dealing with a couple of base runners and just 1 out. Quinn Christensen at the plate. She's 1 for 1. Hit a single in the second inning. Was also hit by a pitch in the first. That pitch low for ball 1. And if you're Yankton, you feel like if you can get a lead runner, that is a huge victory here. Dylan Wagner awaits on deck. Kara Chapman in the hole. Tanagers an opportunity to possibly tie it up and maybe even take the lead, as that one fouled off a dead ball as it looked like it hit the leg of Quinn Christensen. Appreciate you tuning in here on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. If you're a big fan of Yankton Athletics, maybe consider subscribing to Yankton Streaming so you are notified every time we go live with Yankton Athletics. As that one, ball 2. And actually coming up this Thursday, so we are 99% Yankton Athletics. You'll be notified of. This Thursday, though, America will be celebrating its 250th anniversary. Now, it's not exactly on the date, but Yankton will be celebrating as a swing and a miss from Christensen. We will have live coverage as Yankton celebrates at Gavin Points Recreational Center. It'll be a ceremony at 10 a.m., honoring and celebrating America. That will be here on Yankton Streaming on YouTube, so that's something you'll want to tune in throughout the week as well. As again hit by a pitch is Quinn Christensen. She's going to need some ice after the game today.
Stepping in, number 12.
Bases loaded, and Dylan Wagner at the plate here. Vermillion a great opportunity to score some runs here in the top half of the fourth. Coach Budmeyer looks like he wants a runner for Christensen as that one hit her leg, possibly near the knee. Could not have felt good, but she's going to tough it out and stay on first. So Christensen has reached 3 times today. Twice she's been hit by a pitch, and I believe twice in the leg. So the number 3 hitter in the lineup for the Tanagers, Dylan Wagner at the plate, faces one out. Bases are totally loaded. Fresh count for her in her third at bat as that one lofted into right field. September Rao pulls it in, and on the transfer dropped it, and they take off for home. Tanagers will score a run. So Rao caught it, and then in the transfer from glove to hand, dropped it, and scoring off of it is Chloe Bottleson. Allie Peterson advances to third, Quinn Christensen to second. That will count as an error for Yankton, number 4 in the game. Kara Chapman now at the plate as the Tanagers have brought it back within 1. Chapman, the cleanup hitter, and an opportunity for her team to possibly tie or take the lead. As we near our halfway point, we'll have our mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling. That is right after this half inning of action. And a hard-hit grounder. It gets through into center field. Tanagers take off and score 1. Now the play at home, they'll score 2. It's a 2 RBI single for Kara Chapman, and then she takes off for second off of the throw. Both runners score, and the Tanagers reclaim the lead here near the halfway point. Bats are rolling in this game as it's 6-5. Vermillion on top. First pitch outside, ball 1 as Izzy Richardson now at the plate. That one fouled off 1-1. And a foul ball here makes it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here for Izzy Richardson at the plate as Chrisman has to tie her shoe here behind home plate, so a short break on the field. One and 2 the count here. Reese Gary firing away for Yankton, sends it home, and just outside it misses, ball 2. 2-2 now your count for Richardson, looking for her first base hit of the game. And now faces a full count as Gary again has not walked a batter in this game, but 1 pitch away from doing so here. The 3-2 pitch on the way here. Gary winds up, sends it home, and a grounder over to third. It's picked up by Puck. Throws it over to first, and they get her just in time as that will wrap up our top of the 4th inning as Richardson grounds out 3 runs for the Tanagers for the second time off of 3 hits, 2 errors in the field, and 1 left on base. As it's now time for your mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling, your local Bosch home comfort dealer. Welcome to the family. Vermillion leads this one at the halfway point, 6-5 your score. Tanagers with 7 base hits, 1 error in the field, and they've left 5 on base at the plates. For Yankton, 5 runs off of 6 base hits. 4 errors in the field has been the difference for them, and 4 left on base. That is your mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling. As when we return, bottom of the 4th, Yankton's top of the lineup at the plate.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Bottom of the fourth here as Callie Koletsky will lead things off for Yankton. Fouls off the first pitch, and the Gazelles trailing 6-5 to the Tanagers here. And like I said, every time these teams match up, it is always a great game. And why not have another one here tonight? Koletsky, no hits in this one, but has reached on a walk. As that one skied up into left center, and diving effort in center field off the glove. Koletsky will reach second. So Callie Koletsky reaches off of the unfortunate error. You hate to count it against her, but in and out of the glove it goes, and Ava Gerard will now bat here for Yankton. Has a base runner and no outs. Koletsky is the game-tying run. Gerard in this one, 1 for 2 with a single. Did reach off a fielder's choice. Ball one. Gerard at the plate. Burns on deck. Brooklyn King in the hole. It's the 2-3-4 hitters for Yankton, who looks to take their lead right back. Tanagers, though, looking to keep it, as they twice have put up 3 runs in an inning. They did in the first inning as well as what we just saw in the fourth. 2-0 the count here as Wagner sends in a strike. Two balls, one strike. Gerard awaits the next pitch here, and it's high for ball 3. 3-1 count, a great count if you're the hitter. Wagner with some work to do here, trying to get an out for her team. And Gerard back up the middle. It'll be a base hit. Koletsky sent for home, and we're back at a tie ball game. Gerard is going to take off for second and reach safely. An RBI single, and we're knotted up yet again. Koletsky brings it around home. Ava Gerard stays hot at the plate with another base hit, and Jocelyn Burns now at the plate. Has a runner on second and no outs, and that runner would take the lead should she score for Yankton. Burns in this one, 2 for 2 with a single and a double. The off-speed, no swing, but it is good for a strike. Burns facing the 0-1 count. On deck is Brooklyn King, who also has 2 base hits, as that one will hit Burns on the helmet, and she'll take first. And she looks all right as it actually knocked the helmet off. And good to see her, no problem, jog it over. And I got to say, everyone gets a little worried because it's your head. I always thought getting hit in the helmet was one of the best places to get hit. You got the protection. It sure hurts a lot less than something hitting a joint. King now batting. She's 2 for 2, takes a cut at it, fouls it out of play. 0-1 the count here. King looking for hit number 3 in the game and fouls off another pitch, but now faces an 0-2 count. On deck for the Gazelles is September Rao. Madison Musfelt in the hole. That is the middle of Yankton's lineup as their 5-6 hitters. King at the plate as the cleanup hitter, and she's done a nice job here in this one. Right back up the middle. Wagner's able to scoop it and get the out at first. Runners will advance. Wagner, good reflexes. Gerard to third, Burns to second. King grounds out for out number 1. And September Rao now at the plate for Yankton. Really looking for a base hit here to give her team the lead. Rao 0 for 2, but certainly a capable hitter as we have seen on the season. As that one hit hard over to shortstop, bobbled, and at first they will say She's out, but runner will score. So Burns over to third, Gerard scores, and September Rao grounds out, but Yankton gets the important one, takes the lead yet again. Madison Musfelt now at the plate, a runner on third, and 2 outs she faces. First pitch is low. 2 runs have been scored here for Yankton in this inning to reclaim that lead 7-6 on top by 1 run. Musfelt, no swing, now faces a 1-1 count. Struck out in her first 2 at-bats. Looking to put the barrel on it here and score her runner on third and Burns. That one sent in high, ball 2. Tanagers want to keep it a 1-run game. Yankton threatening to make it 2. 2-1 your count. Musfelt hangs off, but it is good for a strike. 2-2 now the count. 2-2 the count here for Musfelt, who's working against Dylan Wagner in the circle for the Tanagers. And the pitch, a grounder over to third. It's picked up, and the throw and relay is made for a 5-3 put-away as that wraps up our 4th inning of action, a game that has just cruised right along. Yankton with 2 runs off of 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base here as we send it to the top of the 5th inning of action. Tanagers back at the plate and need a run to tie it up. When we return, Jenna Peterson leads it off. She's already 2 for 2.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Top of the 5th inning, and right now Yankton barely on top. It's 7-6 on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard, but the Tanagers at the plate in an opportunity to tie this one up. Jenna Peterson is 2 for 2 in the game and looking to open the inning with another base hit. Back up it goes to Gary. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Yankton is able to get Peterson this time, and they open the 5th inning with an out, and Piper O'Connor now at the plate. Piper O'Connor, the right fielder here for the Tanagers, and a freshman on the team is Vermillion. A lot of youth on their squad, as we've talked about. An 8th grader as their starting pitcher and 3rd hitter in the lineup, has no swing but a strike here out of the hand of Gary. Reese Gary continues pitching for Yankton. Hannah Chrisman still behind home plate for the Gazelles. And again, she has filled in very well behind in home plate. And she had huge shoes to fill with Kyra Churchma. Next one bounces for a ball. Piper O'Connor facing a 1-1 count. Flew out to right field, but it was a great grab by Rao. A lot of times that one will drop in for a base hit, so O'Connor nearing a base hit here. Looking for one now as she's got an out she faces and no runners on as Puck gets the grounder at third and another 5-3 put away. Olivia Puck has been busy at third tonight and gets out number 2 with Madeline Eisenbeis stepping up to the plate. Eisenbeis has reached twice off of errors. She led off the 2 innings when she batted. That was the 2nd and 4th inning. Now hitting again in the 5th. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. And right now it's kind of been the tale of 2 teams with Yankton, a kind of consistent scoring each inning, and Tanagers just putting up 3 every few innings or so, but of course looking to put up and start a 2-out rally here as Eisenbeis sits on the off-speed pitch. It's strike 2. So 0-2 the count here. No runners on, 2 outs. Gary and the Gazelles an opportunity for a 3-up, 3-down inning in the field, and that one fouled off. Eisenbeis fights in there. By the way, again, normally the Tanagers broadcasted by Parker Orr on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube, and with it being two teams we cover, figured just send out one crew. Is that one a grounder but fouled off again? And Parker probably watching this one, seeing how his team does. Bragging rights between he and I on the line, as I call Yankton, he calls Vermillion, but of course we support both teams and hope they both do great throughout the season. 0-2 the count remains here. Reese Gary working against Madeline Eisenbeis. Eisenbeis has put it into play, her 2 at-bats, and again fouls it off. She'll force Gary to continue throwing strikes. Top of the 5th inning, it's 7-6. Yankton leads. Eisenbeis at the plate. Working against an 0-2 count, has fouled off a couple. Gary sends it home, and a line drive. Koletsky can't bring in the diving effort, and Eisenbeis standing on first. Callie Koletsky nearly had the play of the year. Just couldn't quite bring it in, and Chloe Bottleson now at the plate here for Vermillion. We do have a runner, and it'll be Claire Drayson again. Fresh count here, and a great at-bat there, by the way, for Eisenbeis. Hard hit grounder over to shortstop. Burns is going to take it herself, and that will be a 4-up, 3-down inning for the Gazelles, or excuse me, the Tanagers at the plate. It will be no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base as we're entering the bottom of the 5th inning. Yankton back at the plate, leading things off will be Isabel Sheldon. Last time she led off, Gazelles put up 4 runs. Keep it tuned here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to my store located at 1101 Broadway in Yankton. The spring and summer clothes are in for the ladies, sizes 4 through 20. Update your closet with the newest fashions and some jewelry. The kids department, sizes 2 to 8, has Under Armour and Mayoral and others. I have baptism gowns and baby clothes 0 to 24 months. Stop in and look around. Gift certificates are available anytime.
Stunning flowers from Pied Piper are the finishing touch on your most perfect wedding day. We are your full-service florist with the experience and knowledge to design the perfect wedding flowers, sure to make all your wedding flower dreams come true. Brides, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, ceremony reception, and all event work are our specialty. Your style, your day, your vision. Pied Piper Flowers makes it happen. Pied Piper Flowers, your wedding florist.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th here for Yankton is Isabel Sheldon, as it looks like on deck will be Jordan Kudera for the Gazelles. It'll be her first at-bat here in the game. Sheldon in this one 1 for 1, and also got on by a walk. Fouls that one off, 1-1 the count. I think that one officially makes it 10 foul balls hit off of the bat of Isabel Sheldon here as we're in her 3rd at bat, a 1-1 count as she leads off the bottom of the 5th for Yankton. The 1-1 pitch, and Sheldon, a hard hit line drive straight down the 3rd base line. She's going to get extra, and taking off for second here, she'll have a standing double to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. Isabel Sheldon hit that one hard, and now she is 2 for 2. Jordan Kudera will bat for the first time here for the Gazelles, and, well, I made a graphic for her today at work, and, of course, saved it on the hard drive, which I didn't bring with me, so unfortunately do not have that on my computer with me. We'll make sure to get that one put onto the computer, not the hard drive, next time around. But Jordan Kudera will bat for the first time here of the night. Has a runner on second. No out she faces. Batting in place of Reese Gary. Cooter, her second plate appearance here for Yankton at the varsity level this year. First pitch low and inside, ball one. Yankton has scored in all but one inning at the plate if they can come across here in the fifth. Low and outside, ball two. Coach Muth talked about Cooter earlier in our pregame interview, talking about Cooter has been hitting extremely well at the JV level, so she wanted to give her some tries here at the next level as she'll hit a grounder over to third. It's scooped up as an error at first. Cooter will take off for second, and scoring is Sheldon. An error on the Tanagers, that's number 3, and Cooter reaches off the error, and Yankton capitalizes with a run. And now we've got another batter in place of Olivia Puck. It will be Brenna Elwood. So Brenna Elwood, who also had a great day at the plate on Friday when she was given the opportunity. She had a couple of base hits. She also got a shout out in our pregame interview. So Elwood for the first time of the game here. Yankton leads at 8-6. Elwood gets a piece of the first pitch, 0-1. It's fouled off. The count here for Elwood, looking to put something in play. Hits that one, and again, it's fouled off. It'll stay in play just because it bounced off a tree. So an 0-2 count here for Brenna Elwood, working against Dylan Wagner. And a hard hit grounder over to shortstop, bobbled the throw to first. Again an error, and Yankton again is going to capitalize. It's taking off for home, and scoring will be Kudera. Yankton leads 9-6. Kudera brings it all the way around. Elwood is on by the error, as there is a combined 8 errors in this game, 4 on each team, as it's now a timeout on the field. A Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. Locally owned for 4 generations, call them for water softening and purification, salt reverse osmosis needs, and bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton. At the plate now here will be Callie Koletsky, her 4th plate appearance of the game, and has a runner on second with no outs. Yankton, a huge opportunity at the plate here. The top of the lineup, a runner on, no outs, and you've already put up 2 runs this inning. Yankton, by the way, 8 base hits in this game through a 4 completed innings of action. Koletsky here reached on an error in her last at bat, and the Tanagers really hoping to not commit another error here, as Koletsky's bunt attempt is fouled straight back. Ava Gerard on deck, and Jocelyn Burns in the hole here for the Gazelles, who've amassed now a 3-run lead. It's their largest we have seen of the night for Yankton. It ties Vermillion for the largest lead of the night, as that one fouled up and back for an 0-2 count. As looking at the forecast here in Yankton, looks like not a great chance for rain, and hoping it can just stay dry for the remainder of the night. 0-2 the count here. Wagner sends it in, and good for strike 3. A clutch strikeout there from Dylan Wagner, and she's got her 5th of the night. Ava Gerard will now step up to the plate for the Gazelles. Gerard has had a nice day at the plate, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Sits on the first one for ball 1. By the way, when we send it to the top half of the 6th inning, Vermillion will start with their top of the lineup hitting, as they look to add some runs to narrow this gap. That one gets to the backstop, and taking off for third here is Brenna Elwood, and it's a little bit of a delayed takeoff, so didn't reach with much time to spare. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes here. Ava Gerard puts this one up, and it's over towards the right field side and out of play, as in pursuit there was Piper O'Connor, but it's going to be out of play. No opportunity for her to pull that one in. Had she caught it, more likely than not, Elwood scoring from third. Gerard working with a 2-1 count and an out. Fouls off another one, and now Wagner has worked her way back in it to a 2-2 count. Two balls, two strikes, in and out. Ava Gerard works against Dylan Wagner. And in the turf, Brenna Elwood's going to take off for home and score. Yankton's got double digits on the board. Count is now full as well. So run number 3, the most Yankton's put up in an inning, was 4 in the second inning. But they've been consistent at the plates, which is the important part for them. A full count here for Ava Gerard, and she will be walked, ball 4. It is only the third walk of Wagner so far in the game, but another base runner for the Gazelles with just one out, and Jocelyn Burns at the plate. Yankton taking a 4-run lead here now, and Jocelyn Burns in this one is 2 for 2, was hit by a pitch. That one got her helmet last inning when she was at the plate. A line drive, it's sent into left center, right in the gap. And now taking off for third here and reaching safely will be Ava Gerard. Jocelyn Burns, another base hit. She's 3 for 3. She's making a great case for our Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game right now with 2 singles, a double, and a bean. Brooklyn King now at the plate here, has runners on first and third and just one out. Yankton looking to extend this lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Another one who's had a good case so far is Brooklyn King with a couple of base hits. As that one, a dribbler over to shortstop. They'll send it to first, and they get the out. Burns will reach second, and Gerard will score. And now September Rao at the plate. Faces 2 outs, but her team the 5-run lead. Rao sits on the first pitch, ball 1. One-0 the count as Rao has a runner on second, but 2 outs now she faces as the hitter. Next one, low and inside, ball 2. Madison Musfeld awaits on deck. Rao at the plate. It's Jocelyn Burns on second. Yankton's put up 4 runs so far this inning. That has led to the largest lead we've seen of the night, and a foul ball here off the bat of September Rao. It's been just overall a good day at the plates, really for both sides. 17 combined hits in this one. As Rao lines it into right center. It's going to score another here for Yankton in September. Wants an extra base. Dives into second safely. Yankton has now doubled up the Tanagers as Burns comes in and scores from second. An aggressive double hit there off of the bat of September Rao. Madison Musfelt now at the plate. A runner on second and 2 outs she faces. Rao just took off for second, no hesitation. That's aggressive running right there. Very well. Could have been an instance where getting thrown out at second, but luckily for Yankton, slid in safely. Swing and a miss there for an 0-1 count here from Musfelt. Looking to swap spots now with her runner and Rao. As that one fouled off, she faces an 0-2 count. Isabel Sheldon waits on deck. And then in the hole, Isabel Sheldon led off this inning as well. So Yankton, all 9 hitters, getting a chance here in the bottom of the 5th, as it's a 6-run lead for the Gazelles. Next one comes in high. 1-2 now the count. Musfelt to protect with a 1-2 count. The 1-2 as it'll be rung up for strike 3. And that wraps up our 5th inning of action as Dylan Wagner picks up strikeout number 6. Yankton puts up 5 runs in that one off of 2 hits, 2 errors, and just 1 left on base. Only 2 innings of action left. Yankton leads it 12-6 as we send it to the top of the 6th. When we return, Allie Peterson, the top of that Vermillion lineup, to lead things off.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team, fixing pickles since 1984.
At Anytime Fitness Yankton, your fitness journey starts with one step, and Anytime Fitness will be with you every step of the way. Open 24 hours a day with top-of-the-line equipment and guidance you need to reach your goals. Plus, your membership gives you access to every Anytime Fitness gym anywhere. No matter your goals, no matter the time, you belong at Anytime Fitness Yankton. Located at 2509 Fox Run Parkway. Start today at Anytime Fitness, where your fitness journey never stops.
Top of the 6th inning, it's 12-6. Yankton currently leads Vermillion. Allie Peterson will lead things off for the Tanagers as they need some runs here in the 6th inning of action. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Quinn Christensen awaits on deck and Dylan Wagner in the hole. Allie Peterson in her last at bat got her first base hit of the game, now 1 for 3. One-0 your count. And that one just misses ball 2. And now for the Tanagers, don't be surprised if a little more picky at the plate. They really need some base runners here. And any way on, walk, hit by a pitch, base hit, error, they'll take it. As that one fouled off, 2-1 now the count. Peterson, the top of the lineup for the Tanagers. And Vermillion, 6 runs off of 8 base hits. They've left 6 on base throughout the game. A grounder, it's going to head over to second. King fields it cleanly, gets a nice throw over to first, and the 4-3 relay to put away out number 1. And Quinn Christensen steps up to the plate. She's had a nice day, 1 for 1. Has also been hit by a pitch twice. Now you start counting those outs. If you're the Tanagers, you've got 5 outs, and we currently trail 6. 2 for this inning, 3 next inning, and another timeout on the field here for Yankton. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. 12-6 your score here, top of the 6th inning of action, as Yankton leads the Tanagers. We'll step aside and be right back in a moment.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
And as we return, a foul ball there for Quinn Christensen for an 0-1 count. I swear, every time there's a timeout, if I take a break, they end their timeout as soon as I send it to a break. 0-1 the count here for Quinn Christensen. On deck awaits Dylan Wagner, and in the hole, Kara Chapman. That one high for ball 1. Count evened up at 1-1. One your count here. Reese Gary sends it in. That one lofted high up, and it will be out of here. A foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes your count here. Reese Gary against Quinn Christensen for the Tanagers. And another foul ball, so our count stays the same here. Christensen doing a nice job of staying in and battling it out. Christensen, another 1-2 count. It's hit high up. Gary, an opportunity, pulls it in, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, number 12, Dylan Wagner.
And right now, feels like the Tanagers need something, and Dylan Wagner steps up to the plate. 2 outs, no runners on. Yankton's defense, you feel like that can win you the game from here with a 6-run lead late in the game. Wagner steps out, takes a timeout. Gary will fire it right away this time as a foul ball off the bat of Wagner makes it an 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Dylan Wagner, her first base hit, a triple, or first at bat, I should say, a triple. One the count here. Tanagers down to their final 4 outs here now at the plate. And a grounder back over to second. It goes again, and King throws it over to first, and that will be an error as Wagner turned the wrong way and will be out at first. So that wraps up here our top of the 6th. So it would have been an error, but then she turned the wrong way. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base as Yankton a chance to just extend their lead here in the bottom of the 6th. When we return, leading us off will be Isabel Sheldon of the Gazelles.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area. Guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it is the Gazelles at the plate. They lead 12-6 over the Tanagers, and Isabel Sheldon to lead things off. And can't see who's on deck, if it'll be Reese Gary or Jordan Kudera. My guess would be Jordan Kudera as she batted last for Yankton. And then in the hole, not sure if it'll be Olivia Puck or Brenna Elwood. Either way, we'll just roll with it here as Isabel Sheldon, we know, is leading things off. Going to be kind of a loaded post-game show here, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, also our corporate sponsor. As Wagner sends in the first pitch, it misses, is fouled off up high, 0-1. But that post-game, we're going to have a chat with head coach Jill Muth, head coach Lewis Budmeyer of the Tanagers, and possibly one of the Gazelles players. So a lot coming up as Sheldon, another foul ball, straight back to the net. It goes 0-2. And even sending it to the 7th, Yankton probably likes their odds with a 12-6 lead, but it never hurts to get some extra runs because all it takes is one rally for the Tanagers at the plate, and they can be right in it. Curveball there from Wagner just misses outside, but not by much. 1-2 now your count. Sheldon has been very disciplined at the plate today. 2 for 2 with a walk. And now faces a 2-2 count. And it is Reese Gary. Looks like batting again here for Yankton. 2-2 the count here. Dylan Wagner sends it home, and an off-speed fouled off yet again for Sheldon. A very impressive day at the plate for Sheldon, and just continues to foul it off until she can put it in the grass somewhere in the field. 2-2 yet again your count. Wagner looking to put her away, and a liner hit over towards shortstop. It bounces. Sheldon can't quite run it out, and that will be out number 1 and brings up Reese Gary to the plate. And now Muth going to argue that call, but she's not going to get an opportunity to challenge it, so it will be an out for Isabel Sheldon. Reese Gary back up to the plate, no runners on, and 1 out as Olivia Puck awaits on deck here for Yankton. That one comes in low, ball 1. So both Gary and Puck back in batting for their squad. Jordan Cooter and Brenna Elwood both got in one of those at-bats for each. Gary held off, but it's called in for a strike 1. 1-1 your count here as Gary looking for some grass out in the field. The 1-1 count and a grounder towards third. It's fouled off. Appreciate you tuning in here on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. Always a fun night to cover Gazelles softball, and especially when it's Gazelles and Tanagers softball at our station. We love covering both teams. And makes it a little easier on us when they're playing in the same game. You only send out one group, one set of equipment. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Reese Gary, working against Dylan Wagner. As a hard hit grounder that gets through to left field. Gary's got a base hit. That is base hit 11 now for Yankton in the game. Olivia Puck will step up to the plate and will have a courtesy runner in here, as trotting over to first will be Brooke Devine for Gary. Olivia Puck will bat here for her 3rd chance of the game. Callie Koletsky on deck. Puck sits on the first, want to take off for second. Devine will take second. So Devine running in place of Reese Gary on second now. Olivia Puck at the plate, 1 out with a runner on second, and now faces an 0-2 count. An 0-2 count, advantage Wagner. Dylan in the circle, winds up, sends it in, and will get strike 3 and out number 2. Dylan Wagner up to 7 strikeouts in the game.
Now batting, number 3.
And it brings up Callie Koletsky in the top of Yankton's lineup here at the plate. Callie Koletsky is looking for base hit number 1 and a slow dribbler to third, and it does bounce off her, so it's a dead ball. Devine will have to trot back to second. Koletsky back into the box here. Ava Gerard on deck. No one count here for Callie Koletsky of the Gazelles, a runner on second, but facing 2 outs. If Yankton shouldn't score, it's only the 2nd inning at the plate where they don't, and a hit right over to shortstop and pulled in for out number 3. Yankton won't score any runs in this inning, and 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're entering the final inning of action. Tanagers at the plate. They need 6 runs to keep the game alive here. Leading off when we return is Kara Chapman for the Tanagers.
The Bone Setter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotes. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bone Setter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
It is the top of the 7th inning of action. Tanagers trailing Yankton 12-6, and they've got 3 outs to make up those 6 runs. Leading things off is Kara Chapman, the cleanup hitter, with center fielder Izzy Richardson on deck and the first baseman Jenna Peterson in the hole. First pitch misses, outside ball 1. Again, when you need runners, expect the hitters to be picky at the plate. One 0 the count here. Chapman, grounder over to third yet again. Puck fields it cleanly. The throw does not make it in time. Chapman outruns it. It's a base hit, and the Tanagers have a much-needed base runner.
Number 4, Izzy Richardson.
She wheels it out, and now Izzy Richardson has a base runner. And that one hit high up over to third, and again, it's caught for out 1, but Puck has just been so busy at third. It's the place to be tonight. Jenna Peterson now at the plate here. Her team with a runner on and 1 out they face. Peterson, no swing at strike 1. And Peterson, swing and a miss. Gary got her on the off speed. Oh, 2 the count here. As Reese Gary trying to take out number 2 herself. Sends it in. It's low off the turf. Ball 1. You know what, right now, props to Gary. We're in the top of the 7th. No walks from her as the starting pitcher for Yankton. She can go the whole game without walking a single player. That is certainly huge for this Gazelles team. Peterson now facing a 1-2 count, and it's hit high up into shallow right field. Rao drifting, pulls it in for out number 2. Yankton is 1 out away from victory. Tanagers need a rally. Piper O'Connor will now bat at the plate. She faces 2 outs with 1 runner on. First pitch fouled off, 0-1 the count. Oh, the count here. O'Connor, swing and a miss there. Make it 0-2. Reese Gary and the Gazelles closing in on a victory here. And O'Connor fouls it off. She'll hang in there for at least 1 more here. Piper O'Connor facing an 0-2 count here. Her team needs 6 runs here in the 7th inning of action. And that one again fouled off. She's hanging in there. She'll just continue to force Gary to keep firing. Gary doing a nice job of throwing lots of strikes here. And that one Just misses for a ball. 1-2 the count. Count stays the same, or is now 1-2, excuse me, and it's sent in. A hard hit grounder over to shortstop. Burns picks it up and gets the throw over to first in time. It's out number 3, and your Gazelles come away with a victory here tonight. Your final score, 12-6, as the Tanagers fall to 5-5 on the season. Yankton now 5-8 with back-to-back victories. Your final stats here, as I was able to tally a good number of them up here during the game as we enter your First Dakota National Bank post-game show. Coming up, your Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hitter of the game. And we should have a chat with a Yankton Gazelle, head coach Jill Muth of Yankton, and head coach Louis Budmeyer of the Tanagers. Your final stats in this one. For the Tanagers, Allie Peterson went 1 for 4 at the plate, reached off a single and an error. Quinn Christensen was 1 for 2 with a single, was hit by a pitch twice. Dylan Wagner went 1 for 4 with a triple. Kara Chapman was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Izzy Richardson went 0 for 4 at the plate. Jenna Peterson was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Piper O'Connor 0 for 4. Madeline Eisenbeis went 1 for 3 at the plate, reaching every time, though, twice off an error, once off a single. And Chloe Bottleson went 1 for 2 with a single, also a sac bunt. Tanagers overall put up 6 runs off of 9 hits, 4 errors in the field, and 7 left on base. As far as pitching, it was Dylan Wagner from start to finish. 6 innings pitched, gave up 12 runs with 7 strikeouts and 3 walks. Your final stats now here for the Gazelles. Callie Koletsky at the plate 0 for 4, but reached off a walk and an error. Ava Gerard was 2 for 3 with 2 singles, reached on a fielder's choice and a walk as well. Jocelyn Burns went 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double, was also hit by a pitch. Brooklyn King went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. September Rao was 1 for 4 with a double. Madison Musfeld 0 for 4. Isabel Sheldon went 2 for 3 with a single, a double, did reach on a walk. Reese Gary 1 for 3 with a single. Jordan Cooter 0 for 1 but reached base off an error. Olivia Puck went 0 for 3. Brenna Elwood 0 for 1, reaching off an error. Yankton put up 12 runs off of 11 hits, 4 errors in the field, and 7 left on base. And pitching was Reese Gary, 7 innings pitched, and gave up 6 runs with 3 strikeouts, 0 walks. A great day in the circle for Reese Gary. It's now time for your Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. There's a handful of players I could pick, but only one player went 3 for 3, and that was Jocelyn Burns. 2 singles, a double, and also reached off of a bean. She is our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hitter of the game. She really helped boost this team, who had 11 base hits. She had 3 of them, but another couple of other notable performances for Yankton. Reese Gary in the circle with no walks through 7 innings. Ava Gerard went 2 for 3 at the plate, but reached base every single time. Isabel Sheldon went 2 for 3 with a walk, a single, and a double. And just overall a great game for the Gazelles. Again, we'll step aside for a moment as we just got through your stats and your hot hitter of the game as we await our chat with a Yankton Gazelle, head coach Jill Muth, and head coach Louis Budmeyer of the Tanagers. It's all coming up for the First Dakota National Bank postgame show here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
And back for our First Dakota National Bank post-game show and chatting for the first time of the year with Reese Gary of the Yankton Gazelles. And Reese, what a game. Your team comes out with a win, 12-6. What are your thoughts on the game?
I think it was just a good team win. We played well together, and it was just a good game overall.
And you went the distance. You pitched all 7 innings. And as we were just talking about with you and your coach, Muth, 3 strikeouts, but no walks. How does it feel to throw a full game without walking a single batter?
It feels good. It feels good, especially because I've just been working towards it this year. So.
And I did hear you mentioning, but you did hit the one girl twice.
I did.
But, that is a very impressive game. You got a base hit, too, in your last at-bat. What did you see on that pitch, and what just felt well about that swing?
It was inside, which is usually my favorite, and just felt like good contact.
You are the first player I've talked to who liked inside pitches. That was always my favorite. I liked it either hit me or I'm going to hit it. And Gary, congrats on the win. And now you look forward to a few games coming up here Friday and Saturday. How do you prepare as kind of the, main pitcher here for Yankton?
Honestly, me and the 2 other pitchers just work, especially with Crystal Cooley, and put in extra time during practice. And yeah.
All right, and Reese, since we're a radio station, I always have to ask, what is a favorite band or artist of yours that you love listening to?
I like country, so I'd probably say Morgan Wallen.
A lot of country. Okay, Morgan Wallen. I've actually heard the name of that one, so
yeah.
I don't always know the artist. But Reese, congrats on the win and a great performance.
Thank you.
Again, that was Reese Gary here. 7 innings pitched and no walks. And, well, let's talk about it, Muth, as that's a heck of a game from your starting pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely. She battled, and she's a gamer. It's like she gets better as the game goes on. It seems like every game we play. But, to go out there and not have any walks, that's something that we've been, kind of talking about. And she's, not going to be a big strikeout pitcher, so she's got to throw strikes and make them put it in play, and then hope that our defense, behind her makes plays. And so she did that tonight, and we had an error or 2 maybe in the first inning, but then after that we kind of settled in, and I thought we did a nice job on the defensive side of the ball and making the routine play. And doggone it, Callie Kletzky was close at making a fantastic play out there in center, wasn't she? Gosh, the ball did end up bouncing up and hit her in the chin. And she's got a little bruise, but she was more mad that she didn't catch it. That's what she told us. So, but anyway, and then just did enough on the offensive side to get a win. Just like we've talked about all year, we're good hitters as long as we can swing at good pitches and make good contact, and that went our way tonight.
And you, as you said, doing your job on the offensive side. Multiple players with multiple hits. Jocelyn Burns, 3 for 3. And then Brooklyn King with a couple of base hits. Isabel Sheldon with a couple of hits. You just had a lot of players who really stepped up. And I feel like this might have been the most consistent performance we've seen from start to finish, especially at the plate.
Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 girls with 2 or more hits. And then 5, 6 girls that had a hit. And, just doing good things. When we put the ball in play, good things happen, and in that one inning where we scored, The last inning there where we scored those 5 runs, we, put the ball in play, and they maybe had a couple of miscues, but that's what you do. You put the ball in play in softball and hope good things happen, and whether you get a hit or get on base some other way, that's what we're looking for. So they did a nice job. They got a good young team. They're going to be good. That pitcher they had tonight throwing was an 8th grader, and I think all freshmen and sophomores. So it's a good fun battle to play this close team here, and it's going to be hopefully something we can continue. But fun day for us, fun day to go get 2 wins, and now we got a couple days off.
Yeah,
and
feels like for the first time.
We don't go play until Friday and Saturday, so giving the girls tomorrow off to rest. We're going to lift and then just kind of take a day off. We were supposed to play tomorrow, but that got moved, and so I'm just going to give them a day off because you need that once in a while too.
Absolutely, especially with his busy schedule. I got to say, a couple of players with what would have been home runs fouled off. How do you try and stick in their head? Don't swing at the next pitch no matter what it looks like. It's tough.
I told Callie, she's like, oh, and I didn't even. I said, I want you to concentrate on hitting the ball to right center. And if you get one to go out, great. But if you hit the ball to right center, you're going to get a triple because you're fast. And so it's like, okay. And, yeah, September hit it hard, and she's a good hitter, too, if she gets contact on it. But, she, I think, ended up did she end up with a hit tonight? She did. She got 1 hit in that last inning, too. So, we had a lot of girls that had good at-bats tonight.
Well, appreciate the time as always, Coach. Congrats on the win, and we'll be talking with you for a trio of games coming up this weekend.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks.
All right. And again, that was head coach Jill Muth. And now for the 3rd interview in the postgame, we've got head coach Lewis Budmeyer of the Vermillion Tanagers. And, Coach, a 12-6 game here at Yankton Sertoma Park. Your overall thoughts on the game that you saw here tonight?
It's always a fun one, especially when we play Yankton. You get kind of 2 rivals. A lot of our girls play together in club during the summer, so it's fun to get those friendships that get to go to battle for that. Ended up being a pretty decent night out. Had a little rain for the JV game. Thank goodness AA plays JV first and not varsity like we do, because we didn't have to play through as a varsity. But it was a fun night. A little disappointed in some of the plays that we left out there, things that plays that we typically make, just didn't get over the hump. Started out fast, had a lull in the middle, and just couldn't battle back. But a lot of comments to Yankton. The pitcher did a heck of a job sequencing pitches, changed up speed, a lot of spin. They just kind of kept us on our heels, and we couldn't just quite get over the hump.
And Dylan Wagner, one of the players you mentioned in our pregame, I'm going to shout her out. That first ball she hit about as hard as I've seen all season long, so I was thinking, oh, man, they don't want to see her at the plate. But her pitching really did a nice job as well. 6 innings pitched with 7 strikeouts, only 3 walks, and just a good performance. And, again, only an 8th grader.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan did a heck of a job in the circle tonight. I'm super proud of her. She's on a stretch right now. First couple of games we struggled, but that was kind of like that was her first experience in a varsity game. So it's really good to see her keep improving. And Dylan's only as good as the defense behind her as well. So our defense has to do a better job of making plays, getting her outs. When you're playing a good team like Yankton with a high-powered offense, they've scored a bunch of runs in a lot of games this year. You know they're going to put the ball in play, and Dylan did a great job throwing strikes. And they put the ball in play, and unfortunately came up short on some plays here and there that ended up costing us some runs and just some key moments throughout the game. I was super impressed with Dylan. Yeah, she hit the ball really well that first one. It was huge for us to get a fast start. Usually we're kind of a slow starting team in games, so it felt good getting those first 3, but then bats kind of went cold for a while. But that's a lot of comments to Yankton. They made some plays in the field. Pitcher did a good job. Yeah.
And a couple of players batting well for your team were Kara Chapman and Jenna Peterson. Each went 2 for 4, combining for 4 for 8. Felt like Jenna Peterson kind of came out when your team needed some base hits, got them. And then later in the game, Kara Chapman, when your team, when it was the second half of the game, she kind of took over and her bat started rolling as well.
Yeah, for sure. They all found their moments to step up in big spots to get us generating some base runners and stuff. A few base running errors on us ended up biting us too as well. So I told the girls after the game, this is a tough one. It hurts. You always want to play better. But the only person we can look at is ourselves in the mirror, and we just got to be better as a team, better as a group. But I'm super excited for what the potential that we've shown. Spurts in this game, we looked like a really good softball team, so I feel really good about that. The beauty of it is we're still in the heart of our season. We got a lot of softball left to play this year. We just got to keep getting better and better and just keep gearing up for that SODAC 16 game down the stretch.
And, of course, playing a AA team, a class up, it always feels good to get a little bit of that experience, too, midway of the season. So what's next coming up for the Tanagers here?
Yeah, we got a huge rivalry game with us in Madison. That was like a back and forth last year, which was insane. I have never experienced in my life in any sport, anything. We played Madison 3 times, and we lost by 1 each time. We lost to them at the DAC-12 tournament by 1. We lost to them at their place in the bottom of the 7th by 1, and then we lost to them in the consolation championship at the state tournament by 1. So a little rivalry we got brewing up there with Madison. They're a good team, though. They're one of the top 2 schools. They come back. They pretty much reloaded the deck with all their girls coming back. Really good pitching in the mound, really good bats across the board. But with our young group, we just want to flat out compete, and we got to experience everything. The only way you can experience stuff is playing games and playing good teams. So kind of getting the heart of our DAC-12 schedule coming up. Big one against Madison. So I'm excited for this team. I'm excited for this group. I'm looking ahead the rest of the season.
And funny enough, I know I don't usually call Vermillion games. Last season, I actually traveled to Madison with you guys, and that was one I got to be a part of. So, good luck on the remainder of the season. Of course, I don't follow you guys all season long. You'll be with Parker, but I'll keep it tuned. I'll be cheering you guys on here for the remainder of the season.
Absolutely, appreciate it all, Zach.
Again, that was head coach Lewis Budmeyer of the Vermillion Tanagers here on our pretty loaded First Dakota National Bank post-game show. As that pretty much wraps it up for me here. As coming up for the Gazelles, we've got games on Friday and 2 on Saturday. So 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. It's all in Mitchell, all against West River teams, and it'll all be here on Yankton streaming on YouTube. That pretty much does it for us here tonight. Until then, have a great rest of your night, and go both Gazelles and Tanagers.
This has been a presentation of Yankton High School Softball on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and join us next time for all the action.